Hello, 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 hello. Anyway, I just was at the live. I wanted to do more things for myself, but I got stuck at live. It was wonderful. There are wonderful people there. Uh, let's see what the cards say, right? Or what my mind says. Blindness when it comes to visitation. So, what does that mean? So it feels like you're blind to what is controlling you, what is operating your body, what is controlling you. You're blind to what is operating your body and controlling it. But the answer is in details, right? You know, devil lies in the details. So details what we have here. The details have to do with the middle world, right? So look, there's a tree, right? So there's a tree, and the tree is upwards. And if you look down, you know how it is upwards here? If you look down into the earth, the tree is growing both ways, down as above, so below, right? So what's asked of you right now is to look at below the roots. So as I would interpret it is look at what's hidden, what's not obvious, what's not in plain sight, right? So that is what's controlling you. Your desire for mystical and magical is so strong that it at times causes a delusion. Do you hear what I'm saying? At times it causes delusion. In what way? In climbing upwards. So you can be easily deluded if someone is saying you're going the right way, or let's go upwards, I know the way. So you can interpret that as someone correct when that can be someone just passing by and through to trigger you. Magic. Stand still. Wisdom. Overworld. Righty. Look. So as you go downwards, right, into, like imagine you're the tree, right? You can see the branches and the leaves and all of that, but you have to go downwards and see how you grow inside. Go to your roots, examine them. Examine what is it that your insecurities, that your fears, that your subconscious and unconscious are triggering you towards, to be attached to. Now, when you do that, then your drive for magical and mystical, right, will come to a standstill, right? How would it come to a standstill, right? You ask. It would come to a standstill where you would feel disappointed. You will be disappointed. Maybe you would feel as if your hopes have been invalidated. Not validated, invalidated. So everything, all the effort that you put into something, you would feel that they're invalidated. But you've got to understand that's not true. That's not true under any circumstances. Please do not think that. Because whatever the experience, look, if a trickster came to me and tricked me, right? Invaded my flesh or someone else and tricked me to do this or that, guess what? Nothing's invalidated because I've gained knowledge from it. Thus, I've acquired a certain level of wisdom. So there's knowledge there that can be, in the future, transmuted. So do not despair if you've been tricked. All I want you to do is take what you have got right now and expend it and expend on it. Transmute it. Rescue yourself from the sacrifice. So look, the state of your mind right now is of, believe it or not, whether you understand it or not, of a sacrificial lamb. What is a sacrificial lamb? Sacrifice, right, is something that has to do with something else, right? I cannot possibly sacrifice myself if there's nothing else around me that I can sacrifice myself for, right? So sacrifice in itself requires another entity, a being, or a situation for me to apply the concept of sacrifice to. So you are presently sacrificing your frequency and energy, right? But, once again, I don't want you to forget. You've gained wisdom from it. Do not forget that you've gained wisdom and knowledge from it. Now take that wisdom, right, and rescue yourself from where you are. Your job right now is to get yourself out of where you are. I know you believe that you are in the right place. But if you do somehow, believe me, just the slightest bit, or are curious, even a slightest, curious about what I'm saying, it's not going to hurt you. Dive into your roots, into the shadows of your mind, unconscious and subconscious. Psychoanalyze yourself and see what formed the attachment, what was lacking that formed the attachment, what was needed that formed the attachment, right? What was desired that formed the attachment. And then break it out of it. You must break out of it, out of the attachment. You must break out of the attachment. But breaking out means your world would shatter as it is known to you right now, but you will still carry the wisdom and the knowledge that comes with your experience. So nothing's lost, really, and it can never be lost. So don't fear. But rescue you must yourself. You must protect the treasure that's inside of you. What is the treasure that's inside of you? The treasure that's inside of you is something that has a psychic gift, right? The treasure inside of you is attuned to interdimensional, right? A perception, right? I don't know. Deveiling the matrix, however you want to call it and name it. And maintaining the joy, right? The peaks of joy. Maintaining. So if you're feeling down, you would still find good in it. That part in you is really good. And that came from that specific pinpointed, a very structured, very harsh, right? Like a pinpointing, very harsh. This is the way it is. It's the way it is. That's how it is. Blah, blah, blah. Shush it. That's how it is. This is the way. There is no other way, but there is. I should know, shouldn't I? But your education, right? Your intellect, your understanding that you can transmute from pain to joy, keep your energy elevated, right? Keep dreaming, right? Keep perceiving, understanding, and piercing the veil came from this knowledge. You must protect everything that you learned from this harsh schooling. I know you don't take it as harsh schooling, but it is, and it was. You're going to come to life. The way you're going to come to life, darling, is first, you're going to feel like you're falling, like your world is falling apart, because it looks like you might be attacked in the way that you didn't expect. It would be hurtful. We do have emotions. Yes, Avatar is an avatar. Yes, and this is why we're here, because to feel emotions. We can just shun everything out and say this is the matrix and we have to break out of it. The fuck are you here for? For an experience. There must be an experience. So are you saying you're God, but yet you're a prisoner? Who are you prisoner of? If you're God, the fuck are you a prisoner? And who the fuck are you the prisoner of? Yourself. Snap the fuck out of it. Stop believing people and stop allowing them to tell you how to move your frequency, how to feel, how to process your emotions, learn and discern. It's okay to process the information, but make sure you take in what's yours and you see through what's not. See through doesn't mean reject. See through means you take the energy, the frequency that comes to you. You sieve it through you, which means when you sieve it through you, whatever is yours sticks to you, whatever is not passes through you. See through the energy. Look at the big picture. The big picture is moving. The energy is moving. Your energy is moving. Mind you that your energy is moving and feeding someone. Someone is feeding off of your energy. Now, I want you to ask the question, who is feeding off that movement? I know you're not ready to hear it, but who is feeding off that movement, my love? Who is? Because time is ticking. Time is ticking. It's going to about shift. And your mind needs to move into singularity. Singularity within the unity. So you will become an individual that is allowed to be an individual within the unity of oneness, right? So you have your point of view. I have my point of view. But yet we have the overall concept of reality, right? The good and bad, which does not exist, but yet say it does. Similar, right? We have similar values of integrity, right? Then I will never judge your approach, because your approach is your creative force. Why would I judge your creative force? Because your creative force is your game in this reality. And this reality, you are God. And no one keeps you a prisoner but yourself. So set yourself free, please. Do me a favor, set yourself free. You're ready. It's ready. It's time. Rock bottom, flow. Much higher. It would feel extremely cold, right? It will feel like something that you were relying on to just was taken away from you, right? Your family, your relationship, your guide, your teacher, anyone, right? Your spirits around you. Something that you could hold on to. And then you would hit the rock bottom. And it would feel really cold there, right? And the flow of energy will shift and it will start moving against you, right? It will like become a curse for you. It will start moving against you. So there will be a little bit of self-doubt, self-loathe, self-judgment, a lot of things. But you have to understand, there's no such thing as wrong. This frequency, this low, and this negative emotion, this cursed emotion within you is going to fuel the fire inside of you. That fire is going to show you the ghost land, right, that you're in. So you will realize that you're a singular entity within your realm, your specific bubble, seeing things clearly the way others can't. So you will come to an understanding that there is such a thing as I see and you don't. So you presently need to detach from the reality where you believe that others see things as you do, because they don't. And it's okay. Because there are no two similar minds, and there are no two singular signs, and there are no two similar perceptions or creative energies that manifest reality. This is the game, my love, and you chose to be in it. So do not deny your choice, because that in itself is delusion. So I know you're not delusional, so snap the fuck out of it. Yeah, and I love you. I really respect you. I think you're wonderful. And I could feel it